Williams there to make the play. Third down, 3 to go. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line for the official signal. He's got enough for the first down. So now they'll throw it with Allen. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Quentin Williams there to make the play. 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. His kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's Robinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. On the ground, here's Zamir White. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a deep shot for down. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. This one is caught by Robinson. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that'll be intercepted by Tre'Davious White. And the Bills will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
It's not often that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Bills offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. This one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. And the Jets will take over here just past the 30.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game. Like, these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
The Jets offense going to take over just before the half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New York. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the Jets move out in front by the score of 17-3. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. The visitors finally get into the win column here, but still plenty of work to do as they sit now at 1-5 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. On 1st down, it's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Contact up front. If they get one of the defenders to jump.
Encroachment defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. And they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. One more time going up top with Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw again, it's Allen. That's to Kincaid once again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line.
Offense.
Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long.
He was brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On the toss, they'll run. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And that'll set up 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now, this looks like a design run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a design runner. And we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still 1st down.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. Now it's White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. To up to 29.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Play action. It's Allen. That is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Jets. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one complete to Bateman. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Allen to throw. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd
From the gun, here's a handoff. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. Allen. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Offense.
Allen will throw. Quick throw here is complete.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
Ball start. Offense.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
It's first down, and it's Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taken down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate. Work with your quarterback. Go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Allen. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. That's going to be caught by Kincaid.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he's in! Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Jets will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
At the Jets' 41-yard line.
Allen to throw. complete right side to Kincaid.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
At the 31-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
A 7-yard loss.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. And it would seem as if this 3-game win streak is going to become a 4-game win streak. Still a little work to do in this one as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with White. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Jets 1st down. On the give, it's White. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
A give. Here's Hall. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Third down. Here's Hall. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.